The dashboard you're currently seeing on your screen is from one of my YouTube channels that's consistently pulling in $1,000 days. Keep in mind, I run multiple Faceless YouTube channels just like this one and many others, which made me over $60,000 just last month. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact system that I use to scale this channel to consistent $1,000 days. So you guys can copy it and scale your own channel from $0 to $1,000 per day. For those who don't know me, hey guys, I'm Chris, and I went from being a broke teenager.
Keep going and don't quit, because I've already gave up a lot of things, and I'm gonna be rich.
To becoming a millionaire, which helped me buy multiple of my dream cars and living in a Miami penthouse all at the age of 22. And it was all thanks to YouTube automation. And the best part is, I barely work just 2 hours a day on all of my channels because they run on autopilot. Let me be completely honest with you guys. This isn't some sponsored video to promote some AI BS tool. I'm going to share the exact systems that I use to run and scale my own channels. So I always check for 3 key metrics every single time I post a video. And these are the only things that matter in determining whether YouTube's going to push your video out and ultimately whether you make money doing this. Most gurus will tell you and talk about how you can use 100% automated with AI tools, but in reality, that's actually going to almost guarantee your chances of getting demonetized, and obviously that's what we don't want to do. We're here to make money. So before clicking off, just actually listen to me. It doesn't matter how high quality your content is. If you're not in a good RPM niche, you're not going to print money. Here's what actually affects RPM, because people don't really know exactly how to make it higher. One big way of increasing your RPM is having longer videos. Obviously, the longer your videos are, if you can make 30 to 40 minute videos, you're going to have more YouTube ads placed in your videos, which means more advertisers are paying YouTube, and YouTube is obviously paying you more money. I'll actually show you from my own channels. You can see this video right here got 3.2 million views and is 33 minutes long, and it ended up making me $20,000, which is crazy because this is from one video. But I'll also show you this video right here that got 2.1 million views, was 17 minutes, so half the duration of this video, but it only made $7,800. And again, yes, this is in currency USD, just to show you guys on both. If we check the RPMs on each of these videos, you could see $6.51 versus this one was $3.79. Why is the RPM lower on this channel than on this one? Well, it's because these videos are super long. These videos are 33 minutes long. So in return, we were able to get 3 million views, which is a lot, but that made $20,000, which is crazy. That's just one way to look at RPM, creating longer videos. Now, the actual important thing, and to be honest, the make or break of longevity for your channel, is targeting the older and US audience. The reason why you want to target the older and US audience is because the way RPM works, if you're in a kids niche like I was, right, you're basically chasing virality. You're always trying to one up your current and past video. You're trying to get 100,000 views, then 200, then 500, and then before you know it, you're trying to get a million viewed video every single time you post, which at first can seem really easy because if you're new in a niche, you have ideas and it's a lot easier to execute. But when you've uploaded for 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, it gets super hard and super dried out. That is why when you're making longer videos and you're targeting an older and US audience, you can get a video like this. Yes, it's 17 minutes, but it could have been potentially 25, 30 minutes. Even some documentary channels upload 40-minute long videos, which ultimately would have resulted in a way higher RPM than just $3.79. Now, I'm going to show you some niches that you can directly get into, and I personally run some of these channels or help other students with these. The first niche I'll show you is the police body cam niche. Now, why is this so good? You hear me talk about this all the time. Well, take a look at this channel. 7,000 subscribers with only 9 videos posted. Their oldest video is just over a month ago, and their most popular video is 1.2 million views. So if they have an estimated RPM of $5 per 1,000 views, well, then they made over $5,000 just last month, and they only started the channel last month. The second niche is POV Your Life As. You can see if you just type this in the YouTube search bar, there are tons of different niches and subtopics that you can get into. For example, Your Life is Every CIA Black Ops Rank. That video did 2.4 million views in 3 months, whereas you could also do something similarly because the Michael Jackson movie came out. Again, it's trend based, and you can get 122,000 views in 3 weeks on a channel that has 1,000 subscribers. So this niche is a proof of concept. You just have to know how to execute it. Similarly to the body cam, this isn't things that you just get into, re-upload footage, and you obviously make money and go viral. You have to know each of these niches and how they work inside and out, which is what I'm teaching. The third niche would be something like this channel called Nick Invests. It's a little bit of an explainer. They take boring or finance topics because this is going to have a high older audience and a high RPM audience, and they actually actually make educational videos that inform people on how certain things work, but they take the entertaining route and they actually make these videos not so boring to watch, because these are topics typically that people don't really want to talk about because they're just boring. And you can see that in the last 30 days, this channel has 700,000 views. So if they had a $10 RPM, which is very likely because again, they have longer videos, and again, they even have the older audience, this channel made around $5,000 to $7,000 last month alone. And you can see that they're consistently getting views and they're consistently uploading. So this is a repeatable process that you could take on this channel and you could do it on another one. And the fourth channel is going to be kids reaction. Now, something to note with this is the RPM is comparatively less than all the other niches. And the reason why is because this is very kid friendly content, but it's going to be a lot easier to get views. So you're going to have a way less RPM, but you're going to be able to get views way easier. So you see like this video, their most popular, 4.4 million views. Again, the videos are pretty short, 8 to 10 minutes long typically. And the people that are watching this are very, very young. They're kids, right? So the RPM is going to be low, but the views kind of make up for it. So you're still able to make a lot of money. And the crazy thing is this channel hasn't posted in 6 months, but if we check how many views in the last 30 days, 1.5 million views. Even if they have an RPM of $3, they're still making a lot of money passively without even touching the channel for over half a year. Before moving forward, I want you guys to see this. He made $5,000 off a single video and also got his YouTube plaque within a month of starting Faceless YouTube automation. And if that's not enough, here's my student Pretty, who made $50,000 in a single month, again, all with Faceless YouTube automation. And there are dozens of other students who got similar results, all working with me one-on-one. So if you want similar results and want me to help you one-on-one with Faceless YouTube automation, then click the link in the description and fill out the form. Anyways, let's get back to the video. So now that we've taken a look at 4 niches that you could potentially get into yourself, next we're going to talk about something that's super important, which is number 2, which is actually one of the most important metrics. So if you haven't been locked in, make sure you're paying attention and you're honestly taking notes. The reason why CTR is super important because it's all about how you package the video. Yes, we want views and views equal money, but at the end of the day, if we can't get people to click, which CTR is click-through rate, then they can't convert to views. So CTR ultimately is very important. You're going to analyze competitors and replicate what's working. YouTube's formula is very simple. We don't need to reinvent the wheel. We need to look at what's currently working in the market with other channels and videos, and we need to have our own spin on it because we can just copy paste the format, slightly change it, and we can ultimately make money from it. Now, it is important that you never replicate one-to-one. The reason why you don't want to just copy and almost steal their videos is because that's when you run into copyright issues. That's when you run into duplicate channels, and people ultimately aren't going to want to watch your videos for a long enough time because they're going to say, oh, you're just a replica of so-and-so. And that's what we're not trying to do. We're trying to build a sustainable and long-term cash flowing YouTube channel. And if you're sitting here like, Chris, I don't know how to make thumbnails. Guess what? Me neither. That's why we're going to hire an experienced designer and somebody that's proof of concept and has proven work on channels with success in the same niche that we're looking for. And again, just like on these videos, if we go to reach on both of these, you can see the CTR is 6.7% and 7.4. So we can say that the CTR needs to be at least 6% when we're looking at viral videos. Number 3, AVD, which stands for average duration. This has to do with how long people watch your videos, aka retention. And if you're wondering, well, Chris, how do I improve the average view duration? How can you analyze these videos and go, oh, I know what to fix, I know what to improve on, and I know what to tell my team to fix? Well, they make it pretty simple. We're not even going to look at the average duration or the percentage view, to be honest. We're going to look at the retention graph because again, these are averages. So the average duration isn't 7 minutes and 58 exactly where every single person clicked off, right? This is just the average, and obviously the more views you have, the more average, and obviously it's going to be closer and harder to tell. So we're going to only look at the retention graph, which again, YouTube makes this very, very simple because they even give you metrics for this. 74% of viewers are still watching around the 30% mark. Obviously the 30%, we call this the hook, which is the intro. And this is a very crucial and important part. So again, if you're taking notes, write this down, because even if you have a good idea, good title, good thumbnail, good packaging, and you have an actual good video, if the first 30 seconds are boring or they don't have that payoff and give viewers a reason to keep watching, ultimately they're not going to keep watching. And again, it doesn't matter if you have crazy editing, if your video is super good, it has a crazy idea. If they don't make it past the first 30 seconds, they're not going to make it to the actual good part of the video. So that's why I always say there's no most important part of a YouTube video. Every single thing, it's like a key chain reaction. The title and thumbnail have to be good, which obviously correlates to number 2, which is CTR, because if not, that's not going to convert to a view. Once you get a view, you need to have the average view duration, which is actually the video production and how good the video is. If you don't have a good video, you're going to have a low average duration. Your retention chart is probably going to look something like this. Obviously not on a 33-minute video, but it's going to look really, really bad. And ultimately, you're not going to be able to make money from this. So it's super easy analyzing retention graphs because you can see we have 80% of viewers still watching around the 30% mark. Obviously, you want this to as close to 100% as possible. You don't want really any drop-offs, but it is YouTube and it is a video and it happens. You're never going to have a perfect graph where it's straight through and you hold 100% retention. That's not realistic and that's not possible. So we're just looking to get the highest number we can. So if in this case it's 80%, in this video it's 74%, I would go back and watch the first 30 seconds and you can see literally when people are clicking off. You can see we retain viewers, we gained a percentage back over here, which probably means it was a replayed section. Same thing right here, we gained 2%, and you can see how it works very, very easy. So I would just skim through these videos and I would just see what can we fix. Maybe the editor added a black screen for too long. Maybe there was no audio. Maybe the voiceover was too AI soundish. Maybe the background music was even too loud. Again, it's something that you have to go through on your specific channel, and that's why I do the one-on-one, so we can deep dive into your specific channel and what we need to do for your specific need. When talking about average duration, ideally for something a percentage viewed, you want to stay around that 40 to 50%. If you can get above a 50% on average percentage viewed, that is really, really good. Now, again, it's something to note that if you have a 1-minute video and you're able to get an average view percentage of 45 or 50, obviously that's only 30 seconds. That's not impressive. But the longer your videos are, if you have a 17-minute video and you're able to retain retention of 45%, that's clearly very, very good. Why? Because look at the views and look how much money we made on this video. Same thing with this one. The longer your videos are, the less of a retention that you actually need. Again, you can see this. I'm putting these videos side by side, and this video is half the duration of this 22%, which on paper, you're like, well, Chris, the other video did way better. It has a higher percentage viewed. It has even a higher view duration. The graph is better, but it only got half the views, not even. So the reason why is because, again, this is in a good niche. They're both in good niches, but this video is 33 minutes long. And when you're able to hold a retention for 7 minutes on a 33-minute video, that's really good. Number one is we need to treat this like a business, right? This is a real YouTube channel and this is a real business. You can make serious money from this. So we're not going to treat it like a side hustle. So if you have a 9 to 5 or you don't have enough time, guess what? This is perfect because you don't need a lot of time per day. You need only 1 to 2 hours a day, and the rest is going to be freelancers working on the channel for you. Now, again, yes, there is still work. You can't just sit back, relax, never check the channel, never message the freelancers. You still have to put in work, but at the end of the day, this is something that's a lot more time manageable that people think. And in result, you will be able to get freedom, at least obviously assuming you put in the work and you genuinely try. But again, it's important that you treat it like a real business and that you actually pay attention to each of these 3 key points. If as long as you're in a good niche with a high US audience and older audience, you're going to have a good RPM. As long as you're able to correct and look at the CTR, again, very, very important metrics, you're going to do good. And then again, number 3 is average view duration. So these are all key points in what make a viral YouTube video. But we're not trying to chase virality like I said on some of these other kid channels. We're trying to chase consistency and scalability. That way you can have 2 to 3 channels, each making 5K a month, and you can sit at home and do nothing all day and make 15 to 20,000. Because the way YouTube automation as a business works is we're hiring freelancers to do all the grunt work and all the work that either we don't want to do or that we're not good at. The same thing as me. My sole job in this is to hire freelancers and actually focus on ideas and niche picking. Other than that, I don't do much. I don't do the editing. I don't do the thumbnails. Yes, I'm going to analyze the CTR and I'm going to analyze the average view duration and the retention to see what we can fix and improve on. But other than that, I'm not editing and I'm not doing all the grunt work. So I have a lot more free time. Obviously, as you have more channels, you kind of lose that free time, but you make more money in return, which down the line, you could take more vacations, do whatever you want, help your family out, and ultimately you can save more time down the line as well. And again, you never want to start a fully AI automated channel. You hear me say this every video, but AI is here to enhance us, not replace us. When AI starts doing everything head to toe with your channel, that's when you're going to run into problems. Just like this channel right here, they have 200,000 subscribers. Their most popular video was 200,000 views just a month ago, but their actual second most popular is "We got demonetized. This is the end." And you can see 3 weeks ago, they haven't uploaded since then because their videos are head to toe with AI. And obviously YouTube doesn't want that. It's not even something that you can sustain longevity wise and actually make consistent cash flow. So don't do it. So that's the entire system that I use to consistently hit $1,000 days with YouTube automation. Now you can use it for your channel. And I promise, as long as you stay consistent, you will go easily from $0 to $1,000 a day. And if you don't want to spend months trying to figure this out on your own and doing all the guesswork, and you want someone to actually help you reach those $1,000 days with Faceless YouTube automation, then click the link in the description and fill out the form to work with me one-on-one. Again, this is for serious people only. So if you're not serious and you don't actually want to turn this into a real business, then do not apply.